Hello, class. I want to talk to you today about milk. I saw this article, and I wanted to share it with you. You can see it's earlier in the month, but I got really excited about the Nobel Prizes. Because to scientists, Nobel Prizes are like the Oscars are for an actor. So I was excited about the Nobel Prizes, but let's go back to some chemistry and society stuff. Plant milk, and I have been curious about this. So by plant milk, I mean like almond milk, soy milk, like these type of plant-based milk that are not milk. Like not. So what is milk? So milk is an emulsion that mammals use to feed their offspring. So what is an emulsion? First of all, an emulsion is when you have two dissimilar, unstable mixtures of things. So for liquids, it's fat and aqueous. So lipid, so fatty substance in a water-based. So most people know that fats and water repel each other. So you can create emulsions, though. They mix and they have a sort of stable state. So lotion, for instance, is an emulsion. Milk is also an emulsion. There's for cow milk, there is coming out of the cow is 3.5% fat, and the rest mostly water. And there's other things in there, proteins. Similar to human milk, humans our milk is fattier than cows. But okay, so but the we as mammals though we use milk to feed our offspring, and some interesting things like all mammals do this, at least what we consider mammals. There's some fuzzy lines here, like platypi and echidnas. They actually lay eggs, and they don't have teats like the rest of the mammals have. They kind of excrete, I don't want to say sweat, but they kind of excrete the milk around their abdomen, and the offspring go and then ingest it from the abdomen of the platypus or the echidna. And another fun fact: the platypus is venomous. If you've ever been to Australia, practically everything there is venomous. Even the mammals are venomous in Australia. So, although the platypus venom is not supposed to kill you, it's supposed to just cause extreme pain for a while. So, it's a pleasant thought. But okay, so that's what milk is. Milk is what mammals, specifically mammals, use to feed their offspring. And so obviously plants are not mammals, and and later on the article talks about the laws. If you needed to find milk by having a mammary gland, then plant milk is not milk. Some countries call these plant beverages, but we call it milk in the United States. But it's not a mammal milk. It's a plant-based milk. And this talks about how they build up. They can do it from the top down, like with soybeans. You can take soybeans, you can crush them, and if you get the right particle size, in the smaller particle size feels creamy, you can kind of make a milk from that. But you can also start from the bottom up, meaning you take water and you take fats and proteins, and you can add sugars. I know many of the plant-based milk also has cane juice in them to sweeten them, and other things like vanilla, right, to make it taste better. And you can take that and add an emulsifier. What is an emulsifier? It's a surfactant. What is a surfactant? Surfactant is something that breaks down the surface tension of water. You can create something called micelles. So micelles are these droplets. They're like little spheres of there are two phases, and for the plant milk, it's going to be aqueous outside of the majority of the solution, but then you're going to have these spheres of fat droplets with the emulsifying agents surrounding it, so like a sphere, and that's what a micelle is. So That's also how soap works. If you've seen some of my lectures talking about soap, so soap works the same way. That's also how our bodies use, or how they emulsify fats and milk. So, and the emulsifying agent that we tend to use is we take so fats or triglycerides. We use a mono or diglyceride as a typical surfactant that's used in mammal milk, if you're wondering. So, but these two phases things, suspensions. The COVID vaccines are suspensions. So that they're RNA encoded in lipids with a water solution. So I mean, it's, I guess you could say it's kind of like milk. So and lotion. Lotion is another one. It's typical plant oils emulsified using a soap surfactant and water. So it's not just milk. We use this technology for other things, and biologically it's used, I mean, like for instance with milk. So we can mimic that by using nutrients. So for humans, our macronutrients are carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. So we can add those. We can add emulsifying agents. And one thing with non-animal based products, some things are found in animals that are not typically found in plants. One of them is vitamin B12. So and you can also enrich the plant-based milk or beverage drink if you're reading this, and the law is different outside the United States. So typically they enrich some of the plant-based milk to make it closer to the milk of cows, because we usually drink cow milk, but I mean, so mammal milk. So I think this is an interesting read. So I thought that was interesting, and some things with like taste. So it mentions early in the article about particle size, where a big particle size feels gritty and a small particle size feels smooth. And that's funny that we humans, what we are about taste. Much of taste is actually the texture of things, and chocolate is one of the biggest examples of that. If you look at what's considered cheap chocolate versus expensive chocolate, the main difference is the physical properties, most notably viscosity, just how the chocolate feels as you eat it, and so as we eat it, the certain sensations we have. So that's kind of funny that how picky we are as humans, and how, well, maybe you could argue we're perceptive. We're very perceptive, but I mean, we're not really that hungry anymore with the abundance of food. At least I'm not hungry all the time. I mean, I get hungry, of course, but I am certainly not lacking calories. So I guess since we've turned our technology to do interesting things like making a milk-like product out of plants. So this is how we do that. So using our know-how of science, and we're able to engineer plant-based sort of milk-like beverages. So I hope you enjoy the article. I've always been kind of curious how they make this myself. But also, with all my messages to you, I hope it finds you well. I hope your mental health as well. Mental health is very important. Physical health is also very important. So let me know if you are losing any basic needs, if there's anything going on that you're feeling overly anxious, or you're having any sort of extreme mental health issues, duress, or if there's anything I can do to help. I mean, academically with my course or other courses, or if you just have questions in general about academia, or what you're doing, careers, that kind of stuff. So I'm here to help you. So I will sign off for now, and I hope you have a nice weekend. Aloha.